Howdy folks, we're into a good one today. As you can see, lots of IH tractors in the background. We're actually southwest of Aurora, Nebraska this afternoon, and we're going to preview and look through an auction that's coming up Friday and Saturday this week. Not sure how I'm going to post these videos, or if it's all going to be one, this auction preview and the sale. It just depends. There's a lot of tractors here. Cornwell Auction's the one doing it. I actually came up here to pick up some toys I bought on one of their online toy auctions, and figured the best thing to do is just come preview all this ahead of time while I had some time. That way I'm not trying to do it Friday or Saturday during the auction. I'll still film the auction, how that stuff goes, but we're going to walk through the tractors today. And as you can see, there's a few things here, so this is going to take a little bit, but kind of just jump right in more than anything. I think this is an old regular by the looks of things. Some of these are projects, some are not. It's like a little T6 or T9. W or T40 maybe dozer. And I don't know. Some of these I'm interested in, some I'm not. But we're gonna walk all the way through it. If it's something I want to kind of purchase for myself, we're gonna look at it a little bit more. F20, WD9, some hydraulic pump setup on it. Another F20. There's a lot of F20s and like W40s and stuff. This looks like a little case L. Another F20. Here's one I'm kind of interested in. You just don't get the opportunity to buy a lot of them. Little W4, which is the same as an H, just a standard model. Tires are kind of poor, old repaint. Not bad though, still a good piece of property. Running, driving, this is still a $2,000 to $3,000 tractor is the thing, because there just aren't a lot of them to get. And they're really pretty easy to haul and show and take along with you. And I don't know how many of these, that's loose, are going to have batteries in them and whatnot. So that adds to the fun here. I did bring my dad along with me. He's over there talking. 706 or 706 with a 282. I believe it's locked up. That's a pretty good old BFG 18434 on the back. Another one there's really good too. This one would probably make damn good salvage. Fast hitch tractor though, which sucks. It's a 2 remote tractor, but only plumbed for 1 rear remote. The other one they brought from the cultivator remotes back. No side stripes on it, unfortunately. That really hurts things. It'd make salvage, especially with those rear tires. There's a lot of W40s. I've never seen so many W40s in one place, so you're going to see a lot of them here. Steel, that's a 1020. Little A. This is an MD, if I remember correctly. Yeah, MD. MDTA. Balun power steering. Spool valve, PGO pump. Pretty well equipped, but hard to want. WD9 here. This is a Wallace or Huber, maybe. Not that well versed. I don't know, it's an Alice. Huh. And some of these things I think are running, and some of them have batteries in them, some of them don't. Some are restored, a lot are fairly original, which is nice. W9, older restoration. What I would call your typical farmer restore. Not bad looking old W9 though. Little dozer, like a TD6. That'd be a cute little sucker. You can push more with the skid steer though, I will tell you that much. Kind of same with this thing. This one's really, really cool. TD18 IH dozer, cable dozer, big old 6-cylinder, gas start diesel. Huh. Quite a dozer. I don't know what you do with it though, and I don't want to have to haul it. You just don't see a lot of the big IH dozers anymore, like this guy, at all. Be fun to hear it start. That would be for sure. I don't know how they're going to go about starting all this stuff because you can't hardly start every single item as you go down through. But they might try that little TD6 got rear belt pulley. You do not see that every day. 560 diesel, the dual 340 on it. Pretty standard stuff. Firestone tires on it, grapple. 450 diesel with oversized rear rubber, which it looks pretty good. I mean, older repaint, but not ugly. WA40. I don't know what the difference is between a WA40, a WK40, a W40. WD40 is obviously diesel, but that's about all I know. W9, I believe. Nope, super, or WD9. Yeah. Here's your mostly, it's your restored 660. 660 and 560. The way you can tell the difference if you don't have badges is this filler plate right here under the grill. They're taller on the 660s. Hood sits a little higher. Pretty good 23, 126. BFG rubber on the back. Good fenders. It's a foot clutch tractor with TA. Reads 911 hours on it. Just kind of your typical DuPont Rust-Oleum overhaul. Not to discount it. Still cool tractors. You don't run into a lot of 660s. Even though there's quite a few here today, I'm actually interested in one of them. This is a tractor here I'm interested in too for myself pretty heavily. 504 International row crop, but it's a diesel, which you don't run into a lot. Don't really love the loader part on it. It's like the last thing I need is more dual loaders around my place. But in appearance, pretty good original old 504, honestly. That tire's obviously leaked down some. It's a little rustier on the valve stem, but not bad. Be an interesting one. It's on my list of things I want. It's just basically like a 282 diesel, but a 4-cylinder. MDTA. It's an IH wide front, fairly well equipped. Another W40. A couple more here. Hard to get excited about. Here's a tractor I'm interested in, I believe. 660 International Propane. Front tires on it are ugly. Missing grill screen. They did not make a lot of 660s in general. Propane even less. This one's on big rubber 23 126s Alliance that are very nice tires. And the biggest reason I want it is that right there. Hand clutch. Just one of those odd options. Does have PTO. Missing a little bit of sheet metal here, but good appearing. I think it's been repainted once in its life, unfortunately, but would be a fun one to have and use, especially good to get like a belt pulley on it or something. Definitely been repainted, but hard to find configuration tractor. Tires are excellent, rims are excellent. You could put this one together. You had another one around and make it really pretty nice user play tractor, plow day thing, stuff like that. 1020. Another one I want to look at, W400. Straight, probably an old repaint, like 40, 50-year-old repaint. No battery with it, so let's assume it runs. Left rear rim is done, though, which stinks. That's some money to spend. But they didn't make a lot of W400s. Not bad looking, though. TA. Pretty well equipped. Wish that rim wasn't rotted out. That really sucks. Just part of it, though. On these old tractors, you're going to have some loss, as many as there are here. 2493. Now, there's some of these were 400s, some of them were W400s, then you got like the W450s, I think. I think there's a few of those as we go through, but we'll have to look closer. WD9, like an F20 or a regular there. Probably a regular. It's a narrow, like F20. 660 diesel. Don't know if it's a runner or not. I'll have to look closer. Firestone. It does definitely came off a grain cart. The tires, which is fine. That's a lot. Well, you find a lot of 23 126s. TA, foot clutch, 8,000 hours. PTO. Not bad looking. It's definitely been repainted once. Firestone rubber. Not bad. Belt pulley, that's an option I like to see. You don't run into a ton on 660s because belt pulleys were kind of gone out of fashion by then. There's not an alternator on it. Generator. Why is this belt loose? What do you do? Huh, weird. A 450 diesel. 560 propane. TD35. And this one's like an F20. It's on knobby rears. Those are cool. Don't see that every day, the old knobbies. Those things are ancient. Ward's Riverside. Very cool. Super C. Another W40. Another W40. Like I said, there's a lot here. This is probably going to be its own video. I'll probably put it out Saturday at noon as the sale is happening. And, or after the sale. I don't know. But then I'll have another video for what I'm buying and how things are bidding. W40, W9, F12, F20. I don't know. I just don't get fired up about these unless they got interesting options. Sorry, guys. W9, 600 diesel. Wish I had a belt pulley. Got big rubber, which is cool. Got battery on it. Let's assume it's a runner. That might be one to watch. 650 diesel I bought the last time did not turn out nicely at all. Wish the tires and rims were better. Dang it. 1826s. Those are 23 126s. Oh, I was hoping it was a hand clutch, but it's a foot clutch tractor. Hour meter, one remote. PTO. Another regular. And a little A on the end. We'll jump over here. Another little A. This one's got a sickle mower. W40. WD40. That one's a W40. TD6. Not bad looking. 560 propane. Wheatland for standard. See if it's got foot clutch or hand clutch. Gotta look on these. Might get luck out and find a hand clutch tractor. Foot clutch, 2002 hours. Typical old restoration. No drawbar. Another regular. Gonna have a lot of regulars to sell. W9, WD9 on big rubber with the WDR9 maybe. Super WD9, I don't know. Big rubber is interesting. Fenders are rusty. Delta style tires. Hate to know where that tractor lived its life. W9, the propane conversion. 600 gas. Oh, no, diesel. Wrong again. Rusted rim. This one would kind of be hard to want. There's your other 660 propane. It's been restored. Single rib front tires are a nice touch. 18434s on the back. Got no 6 Series toolbox on it. I always thought these tractors looked funny on smaller tires. I like mine on 23 126. So foot clutch, 2,500 hours. Not bad looking. Wouldn't be a bad one at all. Not really the way I like to buy them. Not a big painted tractor fan, but that's life. W9 with a LaPlante hydraulic pump on it, so maybe it pulled a scraper in its life. Another W40 or WD40. W40. Here's your John Deere R for your 2-cylinder, guys. Maybe get a deal on a 2-cylinder since it's like the only green tractor here. Maybe. W6. 600. Diesel. I kind of want a 600 or 650. The last one I bought did not work out. Confused. There's no... Oh, it is a hand clutch tractor. Clutch is a right-hand clutch on this guy, which is curious. I have to look up and see if this one runs. If it did, it wouldn't be a bad one. It does say runs on the tag. Lot number 71. Take a picture of it with my phone. There you go. We're going to look into that one more. There's no videos of these things running, unfortunately, but what are you going to do? F20, H, WK40. There's a curiosity with the split exhaust going on. I don't know. 650 propane. Complete with rusty rim and bad tire. Foot clutch. Kind of cool. F20. 650 diesel. Hey, there's something I want to look at. I'm sure everybody here wants me to look at this. Got pretty good tires and rims on it. They've been widened, which is curious. Foot clutch. I guess we can look at this. 1206 ice cream box cab, row crop. Everything we know and love on this channel. Duals. Is it long axles? It might be the extra long. It is an extra long axle tractor with that much stub sticking out, so that's less than ideal for resale because that's longer than 102 inches wide. Guys hauling machinery don't like to see those. Duals, IH hubs, filial U-clamp style center, 13368 on the serial number, leaky, normal, 361 things. We'll look up in the cab here in a minute. Ice cream box cab. That is the proper 5-spoke or 5-hole dual for a 1206. You don't run into those very often. It's cool to see a set of those, actually. 1206 nerds eat that right up right there. I know I do. Got the right inserts for the 3-point, 2 remotes, no third link. Titan tires on the inside. Is this rim the right? Yep, this is the right 5-spoke as well. Right dual hubs. A lot of the correct things happening here. Pre-cleaner is right. It was missing the badge, the 1206 badge on the other side, but you can get replacements. Door opens nice. It's got a high capacity TA in it. That's cool. It's got the sticker there. And I don't think it's probably been repainted, which is really cool. Good appearing, wide front, set on 30-inch. Just wish it didn't have the long axles. Let's look up in the cab here. Definitely mouse nestage going on. So it's been a bit, I mean, it runs, I know, but hasn't, not fresh runner. Looks like you got leaky steering, or made a mess with hydraulic fluid filling. 7,700 hours. I think this thing's already bid up over $9,000, so not really in my budget. And really, truthfully, I'm not kind of here to buy tractors, but I'm not. I'm more interested in some of the parts to come along here. A lot more up my alley, a lot better things for me. But everything's here and right for this cab. 3-point, 2 remote, TA, heaters down there on the floor, blower motor up there. Not an AC cab like my 1206 Wheatland, but it's a good old tractor. Definitely cab original tractor. Cool to see. Oh, these things to get off of the steps are not good. I kind of like it. Definitely on the original side of things for ice cream box cab. This one's fairly pure as they come, and everything that, the badge, be easy to get one. I like it, but I bet it's out of budget for us. I know it already is. MD, H, later H with hydraulic pump. Might be a super H. No real way to tell. It's got the later seat too. I don't know. Curious. WD-40. This 1256 is appealing. It's got shorter axles. Not the shorties, but normal length axles. Let's go with that. Looks fairly original to me as well, paint wise. Don't think it's a repaint. Ice cream box cab's a nice touch. Green toolbox is a turn off. It might have been painted once in its life. It's got a ring around there, but it's an older girl, older repaint. 38-inch rubber. 2 remotes on the back. Dual PTO. Drawbar holes not completely slopped out of it. Matched tires on the back are nice. Newer filters. Not bad by any means. I don't think this one's going to be cheap either. Hydraulic seat in this one. 2 remotes. Kind of dirty in here. Not bad. We won't crawl up this one. Tilt column does have AC. That's cool. Cool to see. Remnants of a headliner. Never actually seen one with a headliner before. Circulating fan. Not a bad old 1256 by any means. I bet this sells well though. Oliver 70. Another 660 propane. New tires on the back. Firestone tires on the back. This is a lot better repaint than a few of them I've seen. TA, foot clutch. Not bad. This looks very tractor drive-ish, especially with that on the back. 650 diesel. Early Oliver F20. Yeah. W40. F30. 650 propane again. Pretty good tire there on that side. Front's flat. Foot clutch. Not bad. This one I'm pretty interested in here. Wish it wasn't painted. It's 806 standard gas. Non-adjustable wide front, 18434 rubber, small fenders. Not quite all the right steps and stuff on it. Doesn't have the full dress as far as like front dust shields and stuff go. 6303 serial number. Samson tires. It's got the rear step on it, but doesn't have the right front dust shield. Interesting seat choice. 2 remotes, PTO. These 2,229 hours, and that could be original, maybe. Aftermarket oil gauge down there. Not bad. Not bad at all. Wish it was not painted. But still cool. Doesn't have any weights or anything on it like that, unfortunately. Might be full of fluid. Cool tractor though. Wish the paint was better, for sure. Turning orangish pink. 560 diesel. Nothing too wild there. TA. 560 standard diesel. Not the only person here looking today, as you can imagine. Foot clutch. Not bad appearing. 560 LP standard. I really wonder how many of these are going to try to run, truthfully. 460 propane's pretty original LP. This one might get put on the list. It's been repainted once, I would say. Santa Fe Steel, Tulsa, Oklahoma did the tank. TA, one remote, not bad. 340 diesel. That one will probably take care of itself because you don't see a lot of them, but not the best paint job. Looks like it might have done some tractor pulling to me, just with how it's set up. Kind of cool. Pretty shiny, very shiny 650 diesel. No, 650 gas. Very shiny, got a belt pulley. Probably one of the better paint jobs I've seen here. 5 hydraulics. PTO. Yeah, it's a pretty nice old tractor, really. But it's not cheap. But that's a good looker. It does have power assist steering, too. 1466. It's a nice front weight. L.B. Whitaker, Fullerton, Nebraska. Curious. Good tires. Wish I had duals on it. Later one with the red cab. Hydraulic seat, no tilt. 2 remotes, PTO, TA. Not bad. Back window's busted out of it, unfortunately, I see. I think I've got that at home. The guy needed it. Dual PTO. Gotta love the double 540. 2 remotes. Got 3 weights to each side on the inside. Wish I had those inside weights at home for some of my stuff. It's not bad. Just kind of dirty. WD-40. Another WD-40. Case cross motor, which is very curious. Not something you see very often. Would not know how to value. I'm sure somebody that follows almond auctions would. Kind of cool. Don't think I need to mess with it though, but very cool. Trying to stay away from steel wheel tractors here. WA-40 Huber, which I can't say I've ever seen besides in Pioneer Village. Cracked block. Wow. Ouchie. Water jackets. Done. Big old steel wheels. Huh. This is your W450 diesel. Repainted. Not really on my want list. 340 gas, 660 diesel. Got some interesting overspray there. Like to have the toolbox off of it. Be interesting to see how this sells, considering I have one at home. I bet it's not cheap. Hinges out of that, unfortunately. Don't lose that on the way home, guys. Couple motors. I don't know necessarily what they're for. Power unit for a well. Here's one that should take the cake of the day. 1468. There's evidently a fleet tractor. It's got number 10 on it. White cab, so earlier, 1468, but not the earliest. Long axles for 36-inch row farming. 1116s on the front. Greenberg implement out of Minnesota. That's interesting. Serial number 7722. So it would be a 1972 model, I believe, because it made 110 the first year. 18438s. Again, long axles, aftermarket dual hubs. 2 remotes, PTO. Not bad. I bet it clears 25 grand pretty fast. I do not need another 1468 myself. Cab interior is not bad. It'll sell good. I don't know how it doesn't sell good, actually. It's got all that muffler's a newer one. Got all the right shields and stuff on it though, which is good. Cool. 1206. Early or early lettering on it, but we'll be the judge of that here in a second. Front axle's been welded. Older. It's a repaint, not a good one, I would say, but a repaint nonetheless. 18438, 1000 only PTO, 3-point with 2-point, 2 remotes. It's got the old guy step, 8777. So it might be an early enough one to have the decal instead of the emblem. I don't know. I'm not going to crawl up on it. It'll be out of my budget. It'll sell well to somebody with rose-colored glasses. There's no offense to the people, just not in my. I'd rather have a good original. That's just dulled up. I mean, it doesn't look leaky, stuff like that, but I don't love the paint on it. This one's kind of interesting list for me. 560 diesel high crop. Not something you see every day. Fairly good appearing. Aftermarket 3-point on the back. That's interesting. Drawbar. Reads 0.7 hours. So I don't think it's run very long. If it has run, drop boxes are leaky. 15.538 on the back. Cool tractor. Doubt it is within my budget. W400 diesel. Looks like it runs. I got a battery on it. One to watch. Super WD9. A lot of WD9s and W9s. 660 diesel. I don't know. A lot of tractors here, as you can tell. Rusty fenders, TA. It's hard to know how this stuff is going to sell because there's a lot here. W40, WD40, 2-cylinder, 600 diesel. Which one of these 600s? Those are propane. I like hand clutch stuff. Like to have one, but W40. Case, little C or D maybe. Oliver Hart Par, 400 propane. A J. Another 400 diesel. We still got a ways to go here, guys. 400 propane. F20. Here's your little John Deere with the 2-stroke in it. 435. It'll sell well. Guarantee you that. Older restoration, missing seat back. Will still sell well. There is online bidding for all this through Equipment Facts. 600 diesel. Another John Deere 2-cylinder. Another W40. TD9. Super MTA. Another W40. That looks like a little 1020. Super MD. 504 diesel. This is one we need to look at. It's a later one with a different south front end. Maybe it's an early one. I don't remember. Some of them had longer side panels. I think the early ones were the short. There might have been 2 front axle options too. I don't know. But yeah, diesel. It's got flat tops on it off a 66 series or like 666, 686, 15538. Not bad looking by any means. 15538, I assume on the back. Yep. I would take this one home. Oil's nice and black. Single filter, which is curious. 282s had doubles. I mean, pretty much everything has a double filter, which is interesting. This is a single. 2 remotes, 3-point on the back. This will be one to watch for me. 600 diesel. 560 propane with a forklift on the back. Don't know what I'd do with that. Your lead in the front. 650 propane. Super WD9. WD-40, W40, an MD, little A with a cable dozer. That's or an A, yeah, an A with a cable dozer. Never seen that before. Not sure I want anything to do with it. Left and right hand plows are curious though. Probably for that. 650 diesel. Regular, another 650 gas this time. Got a battery in it, so probably a runner. They spent a fortune on batteries. I'm glad they did. I hate going to auctions when they don't have batteries on the machinery to start them. It actually makes me quite angry. Remember that. W9. 560 diesel. I don't know. BO, AO. 660 diesel. A lot of Rust-Oleum around here. I think maybe DuPont or whatever they sell at Baumgars these days. Little Cub with a dozer. 560 diesel. Something that needs work. This is really cool to me. It's a Ford, like a 41 Ford truck with a Marmon Harrington four-wheel drive. I know this because I've looked into these before. With a snowblower on it. It's a four-wheel drive old Ford. It's got a Nebraska Department of Aeronautics decal on it, and I don't even, that's Snapchat worthy, but cool truck. I think it's got an IH motor on the back end, if I remember what was said about it. Yeah, very IH looking stuff. Pretty sure it's same like a TD18 dozer, like a U18 motor in the back. A four-wheel drive, Marmon Harrington, or some form of, yeah, it's got MH on the front hub, so Marmon Harrington, four-wheel drive. Be a bastard to load, because that would drag on the way up. All right, had to take a phone call. Back to this. The door open. Yeah, ancient. No idea if this would run, nothing. Have keys in it? I have no idea. Not even sure how to start it. So, there you go. Got a gauge, but that might be for the rear motor. Huh, pretty cool. I have no idea how you even start this thing. Lights, choke. No idea. Pretty unique. Assume it's flathead V8, considering the pipe on this side and the pipe on that side. So that'd be fun to listen to too. It's a really unique old truck. I don't know why I want this, and I don't need this, but it is cool. Yeah, there's your motor. Oh my, it's the same as like a six-cylinder. It's a six-cylinder gas, so it might be like the same as one of them guys. Actually, that's curious. That looks like it could actually run. Looking at it, we should probably quit looking at this because I'm just gonna think I need to buy it more. Very cool though. Set of tracks for something. Now I'll walk through what the parts row here and probably get out of here. Fast hitch, drawbars, bunch of Wheatland front ends. There's your narrow rear end. Curious. Block, H, two-cylinder stuff. Propane tank. Track tractor. Those are probably fenders for like a WD9, I'd assume. Looks a lot like it. Rear end and tub. A lot of this stuff's just gonna be scrap iron, unfortunately. I think this dozer here fits a 660 if I remember what I read. Not a bad looking dozer. 3-point lift. An aftermarket wide front over there. Bunch of rippers and stuff. Big old wheelbase back there. Rollover plows. Got a lot of plows here. Don't know how those will sell. These all sell Friday, I'm pretty sure. A lot of plows. There's some case plows there. More plows. Haven't seen a whirlwind terracer yet though. No, like the parts pile, there's lots of fenders and stuff. We might just have to look at that day of sale. 4-bottom fast hitch plow wouldn't be a bad purchase. Not like I need more plows. A couple restored. I don't need to buy any more plows. Yeah. See what we got for tires. 18438. 9-bolt duals. 15538. 18434. BF Goodrich. Too small for me. Yeah. 18430s. 34. So dual wheels, only one tire. Too small. It's like 23.1. 26 combine tire. Some other things I don't have much use for. Plenty here, but I think we're gonna go look around for the parts around here somewhere. If not, that'll be it here. That's your auction preview of all this stuff in Aurora. We'll come back for sale day. But you guys take care. Don't forget about the SPPA show coming up April 24th and 25th. Join the Hams Beer Fund for $4.99 a month. And on all the social medias, that team on TIH, website's territorialtrading.com. You guys have a good one. Go drag something out of the weeds and get it running.